Since it was possible to find it at this time, that means it's time for you to go to sleep. Whether you cross your left foot over your right foot over left foot. After reading this, I guarantee you'll drift off to sleep soundly. The remote The appearance of a yellow car disrupted the peace here. Trace. Upon checking the deposit, I realized it was from Mao, whom I hadn't seen in a long time. Hearing that a blizzard was coming, this time, a new type of tobacco was specially prepared. I'm planning to enjoy a delicious little piggy bowl right here. A light drizzle has started. Amo hastily inspected a group of camps. The clothes on my body had already become lost. It seems that quickly retreating back into the village is the wise choice. His old buddy wasn't exactly fun. But that's enough for a Mao to wander around. Not only can it shelter from the wind and rain, even the miniature stove. He arranged everything perfectly. Stuff some fireflies in the middle. Add some more small pieces of dry firewood. With a powerful and resounding support, the already comfortable car interior, it will become more comfortable. However, please do not imitate this lightly. After all, it was deep in a small space. Pay close attention to fire safety and smoke extraction. Otherwise, you can only choose to play at noon. While the river water is still not too muddy, Amo quickly killed a nest. I have to say, this kid is a bit lazy. They don't even bring their own drinking water when they go out for a trip. Fortunately, there is little smoke here, so there shouldn't be much pollution. Heating it before drinking should not be a problem. Amo wasn't idle while the water was boiling. He felt the car interior wasn't bright enough. 2 more lights were added. Meanwhile, a light drizzle continued outside the car. A comfortable internal environment. It became another world. The river water was almost boiling. So, Amao started preparing some Maldivian tea. I've heard that many wealthy people in the Middle East are quite fond of this. As for how it tastes, that remains to be seen. Because the thin tube itself has a built-in filter. Therefore, Taoist priests don't need to worry about being too meticulous. Night was falling. The snowflakes arrived as promised, and with the passage of time, this trend is intensifying. However, Mao, inside the car, was completely unaffected. He could still leisurely enjoy his hot tea. The only downside is that the car windows fog up quite badly. This really made Amo feel a bit uncomfortable. Only with the help of his small flashlight. Only then could they barely observe the situation outside. So, Mao simply opened the umbrella. Lula is having a good time. Although the outside temperature is a bit low, but thankfully, it was also a great visual feast. He quickly grew so cold, he could hardly bear it. He decisively went back to the car, and took out a bottle of red wine. You have to admit, Mao really knows how to enjoy life. As night deepened, it's time for a hot meal. Anyway, I'm just idling around. Why not experience the joy of doing it yourself? After each meal, it was still snowing heavily outside. The activity after the meal was still tea tasting. It seems this guy really has a special fondness for tea. Draw the blackout curtains. This signals that a beautiful day is about to come to an end. The next day, Amao slowly woke up, but the snow outside the car showed no signs of stopping. The entire Freljord has completely changed. Fortunately, Amao wasn't in a hurry to leave, after having breakfast, and another cup of energizing coffee. At this moment, in the freezing cold of falling snow, Mao's leisurely state, it looks like you love me very much. Two and a half hours flew by. The snow problem has finally subsided. Remove the top smoked red onion. Amo immediately stepped on the gas. Satisfied, I embarked on my journey home. What an ultimate indulgence. Outside, there was an extremely violent storm. The man in the snow lived in his own RV. The contents of the document are comprehensive. And there's absolutely no need to worry about getting cold. Even in harsh environments, one can live very comfortably. As the sun slowly rises, Jarl also began another day of RV life. He is from Norway and is already abroad. After wandering for more than a year, the space inside the car is not very large, but it's more than enough for him to live alone. However, a storm is expected to arrive soon. So stay on the mountaintop. Not a wise choice. Temperatures as low as -14 degrees Celsius. The road has become incredibly slippery. To this end, Jarl could only maintain a speed of around 10 miles per hour the whole way, carefully descending the mountain, looking for a safer place. He eventually discovered a residential area. They found an open space nearby and stood there. Jarl felt much more at ease. It got dark very quickly. A light, scattered snowflakes began to fall from the sky. Gia showed everyone. After showing his mobile office, time quietly slipped into the next day. The wind was blowing much stronger today. Temperatures are also dropping sharply. Fortunately, the interior of the RV is still comfortable. The pleasant temperature allowed him to wear short sleeves. Quickly, make yourself a cup of coffee. Even now, the fierce winds outside are whipping up snowflakes. Even with an extra 2, you can work comfortably in the car. After all, as a travel blogger, the old man wasn't idle all day. In addition to daily shooting records, editing is also one of his daily tasks. As night quietly falls, the storm finally arrived as expected. Faced with such a fierce battlefield, Jarl, of course, wouldn't miss out either. The excitement on his face was practically overflowing the screen. However, this environment is not suitable for too many. So, the lost story of Jarl will crawl back into the car, grab a beer, and continue being a bystander. Although it was pitch black outside. But in fact, it's only a little past 6 p.m. now. Hungry Jarl, planning to make cheese beef. Replenish yourself with 1,000. Just as the old man was enjoying his meal, the car body had already started to sway, so he pushed his way out of the car again. First, check the condition of your car. Then I was immersed in this intense embrace. However, the pleasant temperature combined with the biting cold, they quickly persuaded Jarl to leave. After such a stark contrast, it's definitely more comfortable to have your own little nest. So the older brother obediently started watching the movie, leisurely waiting for the storm to pass. The snowplows started working very early the next morning. This also means Jarl will soon be able to leave with peace of mind. He continues his nomadic travel life.